Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your December forecast. For those of you new to me, I am Karen Lustrup. I am your YouTube astrologer. So dive in here with us and listen to what you can come to expect this month. I'm excited. Why? Well, all the planets are up and running again without the exception of Uranus, which will turn around and move direct in January. More about that in the January forecast. But now that Mars has joined the other ones and Mercury's done with its retrograde, the other planets all through summer and into autumn was in a lockdown, moving in reverse. That's why there wasn't a lot of things getting up and out. Even if our intentions were there, we wanted to create, we wanted to bring things up, right? But you know what? There's a blessing even in that. So now let's start with Mars, which has just turned direct right now. And of course, Mars is our primus motor. That's our physical energy, right? Now, that is showing up in your third house. Third house is all about communication. And Mars is the ruler of Aries, in which the sign is passing through. So double whammy right there for you, Aquarius, this month. And try to make a note of that. Whatever you communicate this month, whether it is on a personal level, to a partner, or if it is to your groups, or if it is within your area of career, it is going to be so important how you communicate and what you communicate. And I see you being very point specific, as if you've had really time to think about where you're heading, haven't you? And so now is a time to have that upstart, to even bring that up to who, with your boss, supervisor, or if you're self-employed, you're an entrepreneur. Now is the time that you can take that and run with it. Any communication, whether it's presentations or whatnot, you'll see that you have the gift of gab, the best of the zodiac this month when it comes to this exact thing. That is where your Mars is. Now, Mars, yes, third house of communication, but it's also travel. But we're still, some of us in lockdown, travel may not be as safe. Some of you might have to travel. Just take extra precaution, because you might have to make a move on that. I'm not saying a physical move, but movement. So just be safe when you're out and about traveling here this month. Mars is fiery, so it really wants to go. And after having been, slowed down for so long, it will just jolt as we move into this month. Speaking of career, let's take a look at your 10th house. Up here, we got Venus, we got Mercury. Now, Venus is all about money, but it's also about love and romance, right? It's about the values that we hold, and it's super intense. Both of these planets are super intense here in December. And why is that? Well, they're traveling through the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio leaves no stone unturned, right? It's passionate. You're going to feel passionate about what it is that you're working on as far as goals. And so that's not just necessarily career. It could be other goals that you're holding that you've been placing a lot of intention in to want to get up and running. Trust that gut instinct, because that Scorpio energy is actually very intuitive, right? So yes, you can have money talks this month. As far as your career goes, some of you might be starting new jobs altogether. Mercury is going to help you to cut through all the BS and get to the point, right? And will not accept just any fluff. You will see through the fluff. Mercury will cut through it and it will address it. So you will find yourself, especially at the very beginning of the month, while Mercury still has a couple of degrees here, to have those communications, but you will see how it will empower you. Love that for you here, Aquarius, because, you've worked so hard to attain those things that you're working for. Now, look at your 11th house of hopes and dreams. You have the sun there. Not only the sun, you got the new moon, and it's not any old new moon. This new moon on December 14th. And mark that date on your calendar in the back of your mind to pay attention, because this is a total solar eclipse, new moon, holding the power of 3 new moons. in and of itself. What does that mean? Well, the area that it shows up in is for groups, organizations. It's about your circle of friends, but it's also your hopes and dreams. The sun is there. The sun is you. So your focus in December is like, what do I really wish? What do I really want? And it's not always enough to just wish and hope it's going to come. You know, we got to put the work in. I can see that you have been putting the work in. That's the thing and the main difference. But the intention is where you this month claim it and say, I'm ready to receive. I've put in the work, you know, I've got all the steps, all right? And you'll see that for a full month, you will have a lot of extra power because of that new moon. And of course, this area will be lit up for a whole year until the next new moon in the 11th house will show up. But since it's an eclipse, it's also going to show you that there might be certain things, excuse me, that you will be cutting back, slicing off, amputating, if you wish. And due to a need, though, because when we prune, we get better growth. What will you be pruning? It's the 11th house. There might be somebody around you that you have felt have been taking your energy, leaning with not being supported back, that kind of thing. You get my drift. Anything, any dead branches on that tree will be pruned, whether you consciously take steps to do so, or you can trust the universe will prune back on it, and so be it. This is actually to benefit you in that long run. I do have something very exciting that I want to share with you that is creative, at least for me, and we're going to dive in and see what Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn is going to give you this month. We'll be right back after this, so hang tight. So this is what I wanted to bring to you. I'm so excited. I got Zodiac tees up with t-shirts for you, for family members. We're in the season, right? Looking for gifts and whatnot. Maybe you'll gift yourself or maybe your best friend. We got cups and we got t-shirts. We got for females. We got unisex. There's hoodies and so forth, as you can see here. And they all have little sayings about your sign that describes you. So it could be a very fun gift. And if you are in my newsletter already, I'm going to pick some of you. And I will send you a shirt. Then if you hear from me, I just need your address, of course. And I will also be picking from those of you who comment down below if you think that these could be a great gift. So comment down below while you subscribe to the channel so you can get upcoming videos. But yeah, do go sign up for the newsletter on my website and you might just be one of the lucky winners. All right? And we're back, and so hopefully this can simplify at least some of your shopping. I hope so for those of you who might think somebody might enjoy this. But anyway, we're going to want to talk about your Jupiter that you're preparing for now to get out of that 12th house. It's been here for a year in the background, in the dream state. So a lot of you have been dreaming this year. And it's been a good year to do that due to the circumstances, right? So sleep has been important, but you're daydreaming. All of that you have now been collecting creatively, spiritually, Aquarius. Saturn is going to come in here. They're going to meet up. There's 26, 28 degrees, so a couple more degrees that Jupiter will fuse and bond with Saturn. That's going to lock it in like an anchor. And so Jupiter comes back around. It takes 12 years, and next time it does come around to this area, Saturn won't be there to help support it and anchor it. Neither will Pluto. So that's why this is a very special constellation for you. And that 12th house is all about your spirituality, who you are on the inside, you know, and growing that intuition. You've always had a good gut feeling on things, but you might have noticed how that has grown even more so this year, where you can really just draw upon higher energy, inspiration. That's really going to behoove you and be a gift that's going to follow you in the next 12 years when Jupiter comes in. So, you know, I'm excited to talk about the January horoscope because both Jupiter and Saturn will be there. You're starting this whole new cycle. Saturn hasn't been around, for 29 years since the last time. So what you're going to be doing and looking forward to is structuring that new sense of self. The first house is always about self. Saturn will help you bring all of those energies combined together. So a presentation might be a little serious-minded because Saturn can be serious. That expression will come out, but it really helps those of you with that scientific mind, which a lot of you Aquarians have. Why? Because then you can draw from it and go out. Jupiter is going to spread your wings in this field. You're going to need that serious energy, that dedication, and the focus, discipline. A lot of disciplined energy is what you're setting yourself up for the next 2 to 2.5 years. Uranus, still asleep in the 4th house. We're going to talk about that in January. 4th house has to do with family, foundation, parents, who you are on the inside. That planet has been sleeping now for several months. Uranus is what brings change to us, right? Which keeps things exciting. And it is your ruler. So when your ruler, Aquarius, wakes up at the bottom, at the foundation of your life, oh yes, we are going to unleash a lot of energy. More about that in January. So if you haven't subscribed, do so now. Hit that notification so you don't miss out on January's forecast. But 2021 is already up. If you haven't listened to it, you might want to go do that. So you have the whole forecast for the entire year. Just go up to the button up above. You'll find the playlist. Scroll down to Aquarius. So get your coffee. And hey, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. And I will see you again in January. Happy holidays, guys. Stay safe. Bye now.